It's me. I'm here by myself in this little bitty office. I don't know how y'all do it sitting at a desk all day. I would go slap plumb nuts. I'm just sitting here for just a few minutes reading the newspaper and drinking my coffee. I don't like sitting at a desk. I like doing something. Well, this ain't about me. Anyway, in the last 4-5 days, I talk to people all the time. If I stand in line somewhere, I'm usually talking to somebody. I know that's just shocking to y'all. But there's a lot of comments floating around about term limits. We need to vote term limit ins. You know how you vote a term limit in? Vote. The biggest problem in our country today, in my opinion, is voter apathy. And I can give you a list of reasons a mile long as to why people don't vote. I've heard every excuse you could possibly imagine. I have heard it as to why your vote doesn't count. My kids tease me. I talk about winning the lottery a lot. And I'll ask them, "Did y'all see how big that lottery is this week?" "Yeah." "Mom, did you buy your ticket?" "Well, no." I'm never going to win if I don't buy a ticket. Now, the chances of winning are so absolute minute, they almost don't exist. But the chances of winning if you don't buy a ticket are absolutely zero. It works the same way with voting. If you say your vote doesn't count, if you don't vote, I can guarantee you your vote doesn't count. In our little town, we have over 5,000 registered voters. In the last city election, we didn't even have 200 people come out to vote, and biggest part of those 200 people were 65 and older. Folks, and if you respond that this is racist in any way, I'm probably going to bite your head off and spit it out in the dirt. The problem with voting is my age. I would say 30 to 65, and I fall right smack dab in the middle of that. Well, not slap dab in the middle. I'm a little bit to the upper end. But anyway, I digress. You don't vote. And the biggest group that don't vote is Christians. Now, I've heard every reason why you don't vote. I've heard every reason. But the word says to tarry until I come. And if you look up that word tarry, it means to live, to exist, to get involved, to be a productive part of society. God doesn't want you to just float along by the seat of your pants. He firmly believes we need to have we need to be responsible for our own lives. God holds all of us responsible for our own lives. When we stand before Him in that last day, we're not going to be able to say, well, but he did what or she did what or whatever. He's going to hold each of us responsible for our own decisions. And if you're not voting, you're a part of the big problem. And here's why. The reason I say voter apathy is such a big problem is because the people running for office, that awful Nancy Pelosi, how can you vote for that woman? She's awful. She's awful. Oh my God, she's awful. I don't know her personally. Thank you, Jesus, for small favors. I don't know her personally. Don't want to know her personally. But she's been in office. And these people that have been in office for 35 and 40 years, you know why? Because no one's voting. You go vote in the general election, and whether you're Democrat or Republican, it really doesn't matter. You just go up there and click that straight ticket number. Well, you're putting them all right back in. It does not take long to make a educated choice. And I do not push one way or the other how you vote, although I think I make very good choices. I don't care how you vote. I just want you to get out there and vote. That's what I want, is vote. That little phone that you aggravate everybody on Facebook with, you know what? If you hit that Google button with a couple of people's names, it brings up all sorts of information. And if they're a senator or a representative, either state or federal, if you'll put their name and comma voting history, it comes right up. And you can see exactly what they vote on and how they stand. Don't believe the liberal media garbage. Open up that phone that you cause so much hassle with and actually use it for a good thing. Make educated decisions. Do I think Trump is the absolute best candidate for this job right now? Have you lost your freaking mind? No. But he does tend to aggravate the relatives, which is one thing I like. Do I think he needs to keep his mouth shut a little bit more and maybe let his daughter do a little more talking? Absolutely. He's kind of like me. He has no filter. Trump running for office is the exact reason why I don't run for office. I have no filter. Biggest part of the time after I've spoken, I go, maybe I could have said that differently. But when I pull up on my line, my Facebook, my Google, and see all of the things that have come out of her mouth, there's no way I could vote for Hillary. Now, that is my decision I've made based on my research. Who you vote for is completely up to you. If you don't like Trump, don't vote for Trump. If you don't like Hillary, don't vote for Hillary. It's just that simple. But I'm going to tell you right now, the problem in this country is not the every 4-year votes. It's those every 2-year votes that you're completely blowing off. Those senators and representatives and governors and state senators and representatives and governors. Those are the people you should be researching a little bit more before you click that straight ticket button. People, we don't need term limits. We just need you to vote. That's all. Just go vote. How anybody could vote for Nancy Pelosi again is beyond me. After everything that woman has said and done, how could you go vote for her? When Ted Kennedy was around, how could you go vote for him with everything he did? You know? And I'm not just picking on the Democrats. I'm not. You know? And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I know a lot of you just think the world of him. And I voted for him. But I just don't like Ted Cruz anymore. He's spoiled, little whiny. I didn't get my way, now I'm going to pitch a fit. So, see, I'm not just down on Democrats. Y'all know in my past videos, I can be just as harsh on the Republicans as I can the Democrats. And if I had a decent independent to vote for, I probably would vote for them. Y'all didn't research them people. Because they know better than anything that's running now. Y'all didn't research them people. And the only way we're going to change this, is the people running for office have got to have some sort of, I don't want to say fear, because it's not really fear. But they have to know, if I don't do what those people want, they are not going to vote for me next time. But right now, once they get in there, they don't care. Because they know they'll be the incumbent, and people will vote straight ticket, and they'll vote the incumbent, and because that's the name they know. So all they got to do is get in there the first time, and they got it. That's a reputation voters shouldn't have. So, use your phone, use your computer, do a little research. Even though the candidate you're looking at may not be everything you want them to be. Find one that you think as a whole does a pretty good job, that will do a good job, that for whatever reason, I don't care. I don't care what your reasoning is. But go vote. Go vote. Your number will count if you go vote. I got to go to work now. I've done lost track what day it is this week. I ain't had a day off in forever. And I'm totally dropping the ball on this page, aren't I? Well, I'll try and do better. Y'all have a good day.